It's critical to understand how the heart actually works, so performing CPR and using an AED makes sense and are easy to do. Let's do a quick anatomy and physiology review, just so everyone's clear.
Here is a simple illustration of the heart. The heart has 4 chambers. The top 2 chambers are called atriums, and the bottom 2 chambers are called ventricles. Have you ever noticed that the heart has 2 beats? The atriums pump and then the ventricles pump. Lub-dub, boom boom, and so on. The heart works when the main pacemaker in the upper part of the heart sends an electrical impulse to the atriums, which makes the atriums contract. Then the main pacemaker in the lower part of the heart sends an electrical pulse to the ventricles, and that makes the ventricles contract. When the patient is connected to an electrocardiogram or ECG, it shows the electrical activity of the heart. This will help you understand how the heart really works. When the atriums contract, it is shown as a P wave on an ECG. And when the ventricles contract, it is represented as a QRST wave. And when the atriums and ventricles contract in sequence, it is called normal sinus complex, one single heartbeat. For most people, their ECG strip would look like this. It's called a normal sinus rhythm, and it is a string of complexes beating normally. When the patient goes into cardiac arrest, their heart stops beating. This can be caused by a heart attack, lack of oxygen, electrocutions, drownings, drug or alcohol overdose, and so on. Sometimes the heart will stop completely and go into asystole or flatline. But in most cardiac arrests, the normal electrical activity in the heart stops, and the heart goes into a rhythm called ventricular fibrillation or VFib. When the 2 main pacemakers stop, there are hundreds of little backup pacemakers in the heart called Purkinje fibers, and they start firing. The problem is they are not organized or synchronized, and their electrical impulses start firing up, down, over, across, and under. The heart starts to quiver, and it stops pumping blood. The heart goes into a rhythm called ventricular fibrillation. There is no pulse, but the heart is not dead, it is fibrillating. To stop the heart from fibrillating, we must defibrillate it, so the heart can return to a normal heart rhythm and make a pulse again. CPR must be started right away until the AED is available. The emergency will likely be very stressful and upsetting, but it will give you confidence to know that by doing CPR and using the AED, it will greatly increase the patient's chance of survival from about 5% to 35%. Remember, CPR keeps the brain alive, and AEDs restart the heart.
If you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please share it with your family, friends, and coworkers.